I'm here today on the Omaha Res getting ready for an expedition with res squatching, and I wanted to talk briefly about Emergent Homin Theory and what that means to the hominids around the world and how that would apply to some of the DNA, eDNA that we're gathering from these hominids. One of the things that's important to look at is when I originally developed this theory, these hominids were out of sub-Saharan Africa, and they had an ancient integration with sub-Saharan Africans that differed wildly from integrations with Denisovan and integrations that took place with the Neanderthal. And both Homo sapien, Neanderthal, and the Denisovan all grouped together when under the DNA study, the MMXXII study that was done in 2017. But within sub-Saharan Africa, there was a wildly different variant called MMXXII, and that's the marker that I identified that I believe is the precursor to all of the world's hominids today. It is wildly different, and it would make sense into that context that there would be one Y chromosome that is passed on, and that existing today in our modern world. Right along with anatomical modern humans, these integration took place, and they helped shape some of the biological developments that we see today that are inherent. One of the things I wanted to look at within that spectrum, when these emergent hominids left Africa, they would have encountered other hominids such as Denisovan. And if you look at the Denisovan DNA, one of the significant things that was found within them is that the Tibetan people, the Sherpas specifically, had Denisovan DNA within them that was responsible for their ability to be able to be in high altitude environments. And I thought that was absolutely a significant interest when it comes to DNA, that if a Y chromosome integration of this MMXXII hominid interbred with a Denisovan, that would benefit something that was a forest-dwelling animal once it began outward into the mountain regions. And as it had emerged out of its earlier habitat, it may have had an integration with a Denisovan. And let's theoretically call that the Yeti. So the modern Yeti would have Denisovan DNA, Homo sapien, and most likely this Y chromosome marker, MMXXII. That's significant because that would allow then this giant hominid to traverse mountain regions and exist in high altitude areas similar to what the Sherpas do in Tibet. I don't believe they spend all their time in these actual mountain areas. They're actually traveling over top of these mountains. Most of the trackways that we're finding is that they're traversing through these areas. But what's significant is that we could surmise that the Denisovan gave this to the Homo sapien Tibetan people, this ability to survive in high mountain, low oxygen level mountain regions, that they would in turn also benefit the Yeti once it had interbred with this Y chromosome MMXXII progenitor. So I thought that was fascinating. I wanted to share that. We're getting ready to do an expedition here, and this is March 25th of 2022, so we're just getting ready for the weekend. We've got Outcast Paranormal that's going to be coming and doing some documentary with us. So I just wanted to kind of talk about that before we get going, and wanted to share that with everybody, that there is evolving information coming out each day on emergent homins, and more of the evidence suggests that emergent homin theory is precisely the theory that describes and also predicts what we will be seeing in the future. This is Richard Soule, Omaha Res Squatching with the Knox Gigas Study, international hominologist in the land of the giants.